going on, Strowski? He's on mute. He's on mute. There he is. Your big debut and you go on mute straight away. You know what I mean?
Everything good?
Yeah.
I know. I'm just not used to talking. That's why normally you're the one that does the talking, so I just sit there and be quiet.
Yeah. So shout out to everyone that's locked in as well. We'll just let it build up for a minute. Only just gone live. If you're here, make sure you click on the like and the subscriber button. I don't want to sound like one of them mad YouTubers like, hey guys, make sure you click subscribe, leave a comment below, drop us a like, and we'll go from there. So yeah, the idea is, you want to run what the idea of the show is, Stro, because obviously you hit me up last night with the idea for this format. I don't know if I'm looking forward to it, but we'll go from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. So obviously, a few things me and Briggs want to discuss with regards to Premier Battles, Anarchy, and stuff like that. And then obviously we're getting the man of the moment. He's caused a bit of a stir on the forum. So I reached out to him. Happy to come on. Now, obviously, we're going to delve into his past with UK Battle Rap, what got him into it, what's led us to this point. So it's going to be an interesting conversation. I think it's a conversation that needs to be had. In you're very similar to me. Is when topics like this come up, me and you were keen to get to the root of it and find out exactly where people's heads at and why the thought process is the way it is. And obviously, I know yourself, Premier Battles, and obviously myself included, have worked hard to kind of rebuild the UK battle rap scene. So I think it's a conversation that needs to be had, and I think it's a conversation which fans will want to see. So it'll be an interesting one.
Yeah, of course. I think the main thing with this as well is people have got to understand, a lot of the times as a league owner or, you know, yourself, a staff member, like, we have to reserve our judgment at times because we are pushing a brand forward. You know, it makes no sense for us to jump on and go, he's shit, he's shit, he's shit. So, and before we get Ben on the stream anyway, we thought we'd have a little chat first. But someone like Ben, who is putting his opinion out there, is going to cause controversy. People do love talking about negative shit anyway. But at the end of the day, it is his own opinion of where battle rap is, whether we agree with that or not. For example, I've said numerous times in the past that I was never a fan of Ogmios, and people always say that is mental, but it just wasn't for me. You know, I was never quiet about that. It is what it is. But it'd be interesting to pick someone like Ben's brain. What a lot of people don't understand is Ben, we'll let him tell his story anyway, but was a member of Charts Out staff. I know he's been involved in the forums for a couple of years. He knows his stuff about battle rap. But he kind of came out of the blue, didn't it? Kind of came out of the blue with his first video, caused a lot of conversation. And I'm interested to see what his
first video was. And then the second one just came out of nowhere, which is, like I said, it's caused a lot of stir in the forum, and I've not seen the forum that active for a while since obviously we announced Anarchy and since No Loose Chat announced their tournament. So it's in a way, it's kind of good to see the forum popping, and there's a conversation around UK battle rap, whether it's the conversation that people want to have. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not exactly the most spectacular conversation. It's not a great announcement or anything like that, but it's got us to this point. So it'll be an interesting show. Like I said, I'm interested to delve and find out the thought process behind it.
I mean, I don't know whether we talk about our opinions now while we're waiting for Ben, or do we wait for Ben to discuss our side of it?
I think we can give a bit of our opinion, but I think the main bulk of it is probably best when he's here, so we can have the face-to-face conversation, proper get to the root of it. So I think, to be honest, I think most people know our opinion on it anyway, to be honest, given
of course,
past 2-3 years of work that we've done into the UK battle rap scene. People know our opinion, so yeah.
Big up Elijah. Looking forward to see Ben and his two guests tonight. This is basically the Bootleg Ben show. Right, how this came about, I was very outspoken on the forum with my opinion on it. Stro hits me up last night, got an idea. bear in mind, me and Stro have been trying to put a show together for a while that Stro sort of heads up and does his thing on, because people don't realise how much behind the scene Blood Stro actually does for Premier Battles. So it's good for him to get his own show and put his own opinions across. So when he's hit me up last night, he's gone, "You're probably not going to want to do this, but I've got Bootleg Ben to do a show." So yeah, so here I am, 8:30 on a Wednesday night, about to talk to Bootleg Ben about battle rap. Elijah's locked in because he's looking to see his boyfriend. Let's have a little flick through. We're going through it. Stroll's watching. Oh yeah, Champions League's on. Why have you picked to do this at 8:30 when the Champions League is on?
I needed time in the evening, and I just thought the later the better. And then, yeah. But to be fair, it's not really like a great Champions League game, is it? Like, yous aren't in it. We played last night. City aren't playing tonight, so it's Porto and Juve.
Yeah, it's not really a big thing, is it? But yeah, so just to give a bit of people a bit of a background before Ben comes on. So if you're not aware of what's happened, like it's a big thing. Basically,
I know.
Bootleg, or Ben, as everyone knows him on the forum, popped out of nowhere with a video basically saying the reason I hate UK battle rap, or the reason I no longer love UK battle rap, and he's giving his perspective as a fan on the reasons why he's no longer interested. The reasons for not being interested included, like, basically a list of battle rappers that he's not a fan of that are getting a push, such as, Jester Black, Georgie Roots, I think he mentioned LSD and a couple of others. Obviously, when you go against the grain of what everyone else is doing, you're going to stand out. You're going to get views because people love to thrive off this. People love an alternative opinion on anything. So his first video come out basically aiming at Georgie Roots, Jester Black, LSD. Just said he's UK battle rap is basically shit, which is entirely his opinion. But from there, he's also put a second video out, which has gone where he's basically watched Jester Black versus Slester, which was the Academy final for the 2020 at Apex 2. It's on YouTube now if you want to go and watch it. YouTube.com/Premier Battles. So I think you'll probably agree, Stro. None of us came away from that battle thinking that was an incredible final. We've seen both of them be better in the previous rounds of the tournament. Obviously, it was a hard year for the Academy anyway because of no crowds. Bear in mind, the 2018 final opened up for Soul and Immaculate. 2019 opened up for Shotty John John. 2020 was meant to be Soul and Shuffle T, which was a sold-out event. We sold the tickets out, and then COVID locked us down, and they had to do the final in a small room, which isn't easy. Small rooms, as someone who's been battling for over 10 years, are difficult, especially when you write for a crowd. Someone like Jester or Celestov, it's mad how they rhyme. They write for crowds, so big up to him for stepping in. We've seen better from both, and I'm pretty sure we'll see better from both going forward as well. It's the worst battle probably to watch from the tournament.
I think the worst thing which needs to be taken into consideration, or one thing which I don't think many people have mentioned. I agree, and I remember both of them speaking to us after the battle like it's not our best performance, etc., etc. But obviously, there's factors that go into it. One, like you said, it was meant to be a sold out venue. Unfortunately, we couldn't because of COVID. But secondly, like, these two men don't live in Manchester. They had to travel from Scotland and from Ireland. Now, speaking of Jester for a minute, the travel that he had to go to just to get to the venue was absolutely insane. So respect to both of them first and foremost. And I've seen the top UK battle names just traveling from wherever they are to London, and there's a slight hiccup on their route and then it throws them off for the battle. These men had to travel, I'm talking a good 6+ hours just to get there. And I'm not using it as an excuse, but that will play some form of a factor into it. And like I said, it's not the best performance, but these two have got a bag full of potential, like unbelievable potential. And like you said, obviously writing for a big crowd, especially if you're someone like Jester, who's very good performance, it will throw you off. And Yeah, it wasn't the best for both of them, but I just found it funny that he picked that battle and that specific battle. That's what made me laugh more than anything.
Yeah, when Ben comes on, we'll talk about why he chose that battle. There's a lot of things I've got to say to Ben as well. Like, obviously not negative, not positive. Like, my opinion on his perspective of what he's doing. Bear in mind as well, like, we have got to take into consideration he does run a YouTube channel, and this is the purpose of it. So, yeah, I'm interested to speak to Ben as someone who's been involved in the scene for a couple of years and see where this goes. Just before we bring Ben in, I'll just run through a couple of the comments that we've got. Doing the cheesy YouTube thing as well. If it's your first time here on the Facebook or the YouTube, click a like or subscribe or whatever it is. Trying to push to that 20k mark. Joe Downey, not a fan of negative stuff, yet agree with a lot of his points, oddly enough. Fair enough. I think a lot of people do, to be honest. I don't think you're the only one, Joe. It's clearly been stated on the forum a few times. Let's have a quick whoa. Yeah. Jan, if in my opinion, Bell is... To be honest, Jan, I'm surprised you wasn't the one he mentioned, but we'll just move on. I'm only joking, Jan. I'm not.
You're still blocked.
Yeah, he's still blocked. Big up Jan, no. Slester's on the big up Slester as well. Defo wasn't my best performance. Bro, we've already said this. Like, it's not just that battle in particular. You had better performances. I think your serious performance was better. Jester the same. Better performances throughout the tournament. But obviously, we're not going to make this about Slester and Jester, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's obviously a load of newcomers in that category as well. There's done vids about Soul Shuffle Raptor River.
Just quickly before you get to that.
Yeah, go on. That's a bad head.
Yeah, one thing I will say just quickly is obviously for people that are commenting, like, when it comes up, don't start making like ridiculous comments. Like, just keep it. Can you hear me?
Are you scared? Yeah, I can hear you now, mate. You come back in. Are you scared of video recap? Yeah, I don't want Ben judging any of my battles, mate. Fuck that. I'm out. I'm thinking of pulling out the tournament from this. Fuck that. Bloodstraw's phone's being charged by a hamster. 2 seconds. Travel's not an excuse. Stay home. Nah, I hear that, Canal. I hear that. I've travelled from Manchester to London, from Dublin, South Africa. Like, you get the job done, don't you? Jester will say that himself. He said it on the day. It wasn't an excuse. It was just there. It just is what it is. It just wasn't his day. There's better comments. I'm trying to flip through them as quick as possible. You back, Stro, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, says right. Should bring the man of the moment in.
Yeah, one sec. Let me just switch rooms.
Oh, that's bougie house here. Check him on his live stream, switching rooms. Let's have a look. Yeah, and he's getting his own episode on the Bootleg channel. I mean, I'll subscribe to the channel if that's the case, to be honest. I'll probably like every video on it as well. Grazer is what the scene needs right now. Maybe he is. Everyone is a bit nice, aren't they? See where this lands. Yeah, by the way, just dropped a new Quill video on Marked where he basically uses his bars that he had for Shocks, which didn't go down at Apex 2. Came out today. Go and check it on the Premier Battles YouTube channel. It's out new. Waiting for Stro to... You know what I mean? Stroll's headline showed this and he's just gone. He just dipped out and left me to do this on my own. Rick Giles, I've seen both Jester and Slester battle throughout the Academy. Final wasn't their finest, but that doesn't mean a whole UK battle rap is a flop. Imagine writing off. To be fair to Ben, I don't think he said the whole of UK battle rap is a flop. He just said he's not a fan of the newcomers, but we'll get into that. Right. Are you all right now, yeah?
Yep.
Now you look like you do one of them TikTok videos in the Red Room.
No, I look like it's like a Sith Lord or something.
Right. Should we get Ben in, yeah?
Yep.
Right, let me just turn that off. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you.
Yeah,
mate.
How are we?
I'm alright, mate. Just sitting in a dark room, talking to Bloodstone Briggz.
Mate, I'm guessing you're not on the forum and that anymore, are you?
No, I've not been on the forum for about a year, mate.
So how did you find out this all? So, you caused a meltdown in the forum the last couple of days.
I still talk to people from battle rap. Like Ewan Popple told me. I don't know if you know who that is, but
Yeah, I know Ewan.
Yeah. He told me. I talk to him pretty much every day still. So.
Did you know that was going to happen?
No, I didn't share it anywhere. Honestly, I got a new laptop about a week ago, and I needed a video to cut to set up my presets on Premiere. So I can rant about battle rap for 20 minutes, and I needed something that was 20 minutes long. So I was just going to talk about the fucking Anarchy tournament for 20 minutes, and then it just turned into watching a Georgie battle, and then I just cut it together and uploaded it. I didn't expect anyone to fucking see it. So, you know.
Yeah, you've caused quite a fucking. I mean, even today, the second one is. I logged on this morning. It's gone into meltdown again, on the same subject. What made?
There's not any good people disagreeing. Everyone who's saying that it's a bad thing is shite. Every person who's shite about rap hates it, and all the good people think it's a good thing. So, what does that tell you, mate?
Fuck's sake! So I'm guessing when you done that video, you said you didn't even share it yourself. I think was it Ewan who put it in the forum anyway?
Ewan put the second one in. I don't know who shared the first one.
Because let me get the first one up now. I'm sure, like I say, the forum's been quiet for months, to the point where I didn't even know a lot of things were going on in there. And then I clicked on that, and it had something stupid like 300 comments in like 20 minutes.
It's just fucking promo posts for shit rappers in the forum now, isn't it? There's not much conversation going on.
Where have you been then? If you've been out of the forum, because obviously I remember you being chalked out. You was on the staff there for a bit. Is that sort of when you dipped out of it, or?
No, it was about a year after that. When did I leave Chalked Out? Like February 2019, I think I left Chalked Out, January 2019. And then I left the forum about probably, I guess, like November, December 2019. I deleted all my social media. It wasn't just Facebook.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because I was gonna say it was difficult to find you until I seen Ewan comment something like, "Oh, his Instagram is on the YouTube video." I was like, sweet. Because I was trying to get hold of you to see if you wanted to come on.
Yeah, I've only had the Instagram about a week. It was a good timing making that.
Unbelievable timing.
Yeah.
But obviously, those that don't know, obviously, we don't want to jump straight into the topic. What's your history with UK battle rap been? So when did you first get involved in UK battle rap and stuff like that?
Well, the first battle I seen was Eddie P and Frisco versus O'Shea and Innuendo. Because remember, the Eddie P and Frisco were in that documentary about drinking games.
Yeah.
They showed that in a class in my school as an educational thing, and the battle segment was obviously in that. So I went home and watched it for there. But I didn't start properly watching it until like Checkpoint 2, and then I joined the forum the week of Sheffield, Don't Flop Sheffield, where like Arsenal was meant to battle PH, that one.
Say my verse.
Yeah, that one. And then I was active in the forum for like 3 years or some shit. I was part of Chalked Out. I did like editing and graphics and shit for them. I battled once, and then I left the forum, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
So I know you've already battled. I only knew this the other day, funnily enough. When that video came out, I didn't even know you'd done a battle before. Obviously, how many have you done? Just the one?
Mm-hmm.
So you're a newcomer. If at the time when you would have put that out and someone would have been jumping on the forum saying you were shit, I don't know what the reaction was because, like I say, I only knew you battled the other day.
Everyone said at the time that I won. Someone called me the GOAT. I personally think I'm really good. So,
so you wouldn't give a fuck anyway. Someone said it was shit.
I'm not shit though. I know I'm not. I'm sick. So
what's made you not keep battling then?
See, right, I actually was booked to battle Lizzie C in Ireland at one point, but I left. I didn't want to do it because, like, do you know who Lizzie C is, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she's garbage. So I thought it wouldn't be fair if I battled her. It would stifle her progression. I would just feel like a bully. So that's pretty. I mean, no one's worthy. That's why I've not battled again, Briggz.
Fuck's sake. So are you sort of done? Being a battle rapper now, is that you out of the scene? Sort of.
I didn't ever want to do it in the first place. I only did the first battle because I was freestyling in the group chat with Shocks and Frankie Fraser, the Chalked Out group chat, and Martin Richards was supposed to battle Brother XA on the Chalked Out Volume 2 card, and then he dropped out. So Martin didn't have an opponent, and there had been a few other dropouts to the card. So Frankie said to me that I should battle Martin. So I just said, I come up with like 8 bars, and then I just said, yeah, I'll do it. So yeah, it was a 1 week prep, 7 days prep, 2 rounds. I didn't ever want to do it. I just got asked and said, yeah, it wasn't. I didn't ever want to be a battler.
Yeah.
So.
So the reason I asked that is because what a lot of people always have the argument is, for example, if you would have come out and said newcomers are shit, battle rap shit, and you've never battled before, that would have been the first thing people would have said. Like, how can you say it's shit? Like when you see football commentators and they say, "Oh, he was shit." If he was an ex-player, you kind of respect it a bit more because he's been there.
See, I know, but it's not the same with battle rap and football. I don't get that comparison because with battle rap, there's a technical aspect to it, so you can know something shit without having done it. Where if you play football and like that's like a physical thing, whereas with battle rap, it's technical. You can. I'm not saying football's not technical, but like if someone says wordplay that doesn't make sense, you don't need to be a battle rapper to know that wordplay doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. I suppose it's like when people say, for example, let's just use George. Fucking hell, I forgot his name. Jester Black choked in the semi-final, in the final, in the second round. For a lot of fans who would say, "Fucking hell, I'd never do that." Rare. That's where I'm trying to get that comparison from. Is like,
oh yeah, I get that. I mean, like, yeah, choking isn't something you can control usually, in it. Like, if you, it's not as if they've deliberately forgot. If you can prep and choke at the same time, like you would know. So.
Unless you've stepped in the pit, like you're saying, you've had that feeling of the crowd around you. The second one noise happens, it throws you off.
Yeah.
But even though you've not been in the forum for the last year or so, have you still been watching battle rap, or have you just got back into it?
No, I've still been watching battle rap. I've just been watching less UK battle rap. Like I watched the whole that King of the Dot tournament that happened. I was actually really happy when Saint won. That's what I wanted to win for the start. I watched URL still. I mean, they don't upload as much on YouTube anymore. I'm not on their app, but I watch what I can. I watch bootlegs, so I see all the URL battles on bootlegs. I did buy the recent Premier Battles pay-per-view though. I did pay for that.
Appreciate it. I hope you didn't bootleg it, and I'm not seeing the bootlegs anywhere anyway. So what I'm trying to get to is like where this video's come from and caused such a stir. I'm just trying to get your mind set on it. So what turned you off UK battle rap a year ago then? Was it just after the Chalked Out situation? Was it just like, I'm done with this? Or?
No, it was honestly nothing to do with Chalked Out because I was still on the forum for like a year after I left Chalked Out. It was like the standards dropped in UK battle rap. The battlers aren't as good anymore. The I don't know. It's just not as good as it used to be. Plus, the whole like hive mentality in the forum was pissing me off as well. So I stopped wanting to like participate in that. And yeah, everyone just like fucking having a big circle wank about how good the newcomer. They're all Pish. Like right. I need to ask you. Did you watch the videos?
Yeah, I've watched the videos. Yeah.
Okay. You've both definitely seen the Academy final. You are aware that Jester Black wasn't rhyming for large portions of that battle. You do know that, right? He wasn't rhyming for large portions of the battle when he's in your newcomer final. He wasn't rhyming. How can you say that? Like, how do you two think Jester Black is good? Do you rate that guy?
I rate Jester Black, yeah.
Okay, you rate Jester Black. Are you like you can look at that and see that he's not rhyming? You see that he's not rhyming, can't you?
But
am I blind? Because he's not rhyming. I wrote it down and I tried to find the rhymes just to make sure I wasn't being an idiot. He's not rhyming. He's not.
No, so Ben. So this was something I wanted to get at. So obviously you just mentioned that you predominantly not really been watching much UK battle rap and stuff like that. Was that the first Jester Black battle that you watched, or did you go back and watch any of the previous?
No, I'd seen a Jester Black battle before. I can't remember which one it was. I've seen a bit of him versus Terminal, and I'd seen another full battle from his. It might have been his first battle though that I saw. And since then, I went back and watched his battles with Graphic Grammar and whatever one he did that was in an alley. I can't remember who he battled. Was that the Grammar? I don't know. I watched one in like a living room or an office. One in like an office and one in like an alley. And he was equally as bad in both of them. He didn't choke in those, I guess. So that's a pro. But he's still pretty shit in them.
I think the thing with Jester is, obviously, I don't want to make this specific to certain battle rappers, but you'll know this yourself because you've been in so many events. Sometimes in the room, a battle rapper is better than what they are on camera. And
I don't think that's nah, mate. You can't be that bad and then be good in the room.
Nah, but there's some battle rappers from the Don't Flop era that are considered top tier and legends, and writing wise, they were shit. Like
I'm not just talking about writing wise.
So what?
Give me an example of who you're talking about that was considered top tier that was a shit writer.
Pedro.
Pedro was not considered good for his writing though. He was liked for how mad he was. No one considered. Yeah, he's not a legend for his writing ability. He's a legend for how mental he was. No one thought he was a top tier writer, but people think Jester Black's a good writer.
Nah, he's a performer. Jester Black's a performer. No one's ever gone, he's Penny's crazy. Like, no one's ever said that.
I saw people say that. And it doesn't matter, like, you can't compare any, like, normal battle rapper to Pedro. That's not a fair comparison on anyone. That'd be like comparing fucking...
Like, you can be good at what you do without being a specific
way. But he's not good at what he does. He doesn't even rhyme. Like, you can't be a battle rapper and not rhyme. You can't do it. Talking about abstract like he's fucking Rothko. You're not rhyming. That's the minimum requirement. You can't not rhyme. Fucking hell.
See, I can't defend the final. And Barry, man, I've spoke to Jester face to face. Straight after the battle, he came over and said that was terrible. Like, I'm not happy with how that turned out. Obviously, as a league, it's not the best final we had. Last year, we had Visual Milky. The year before, we had LSD and Major Concerns. Both, like I say, on big stages. One of them opened up for Soul and Ilmat. One opened for Shotty and John John. This was in a small room. First on of the day. No crowd. Obviously, there was a crowd there by the end, so like Soul and Shuffle, because the other battlers had arrived. But this was like, go on, do it. And I think the key word of this whole thing is newcomers. Newcomers don't always have to be the greatest when they step in. Like, it took Soul I'm not saying Soul was shit when he started, but it took him 3 or 4 years before anyone even said he was decent.
How long has Jester Black been battling? He's had like 8 battles, right?
Yeah, but less than a year. Bear in mind, he does 4 in 1 year for the academy. So he's
right, okay. I need a yes or no on this because you didn't answer me. Right. You know, do you know yes or no that he wasn't rhyming? Like, you can see that he's not rhyming in that battle, right? You can see it.
I can watch it back, yeah. On the day, you'll know.
So you know you're saying a guy who isn't rhyming is good. That is mental. You can't. I know you can't say he's shit because you own the fucking league, but I know you know he's shit. I know you know that he's not rhyming. You can't be a good battle rapper if you're not rhyming.
I'll put it this way, dude. If he was shit, I wouldn't be bothered booking him again. Whereas he's already.
Nah, because you book Deviant and he's 1 in 5 or 1 in 6. Deviant's garbage, and you give him battle after battle. He's 1 in 5 in your league. See if you're 1 in 5 in any elite promotion in any other thing, you get cut from the promotion. See if you went 1 in 5, 1 in 6 in the UFC, Ben, you're never fighting in the UFC again.
Nah, Ben, that's not true. Because I still kept getting booked for Don't Flop. And look at my.
I don't agree with that either, man.
No, but that's what I mean. So that argument doesn't wash because I was still proactively getting booked and looking to get booked by Don't Flop. When realistically, I was never the greatest, and I'm the first to hold my hands up. But this is what I mean. So it's like we look at Jester. Jester's been battling for a year. If we move on to Luna had battles at Bradford and stuff like that. And then when his first actual Don't Flop battle wasn't me. It was against Fame, and he choked in that. So it's like it took Luna a bit of time to get to the heights that he got to. So
Deviant's been battling for 4 years. Deviant has been battling for 4 years. I watched his battle with Maverick today, and he's got worse. The only thing he does now is he raps too fast now.
Specifically newcomers. The point I wanted to get to is at what point do you feel like newcomers get rid of the tag of newcomers and they need to start making that next step? Because for me, considering he's only been battling a year, there's battlers now that have been battling for 4 or 5 years and are still improving and still getting better. So it's like although I found it funny, I felt it was a bit harsh because he's still new to it. He's only been battling for a year, and 4 of them have been in England, no crowds, still trying to find his feet.
I think after 4 or 5 battles, then you're not like, how many battles does the average battler have? No more than 15, 20 your average battler has. So after 4 or 5 battles, you're not a newcomer anymore, you're just a battler.
So on a more positive note, is there any newcomers that you've actually enjoyed watching?
In the last 2 years,
You thought Slester was alright, did you?
I thought Slester was alright, but I wouldn't pay to see him.
Have you seen? I'm trying to think newcomer.
I thought Graphic Grammar has potential, but he uses his focus is way too more on structure over actual content. Like, he multis unnecessarily. Like, if he just cut out half his multis and just focused on the content more than having a rhyme in every bar, then it'd be a way better. But there's definitely potential there. I thought
Graphic was quite good against Jester. the thing with Graphic is you can tell I'm sure he comes from like a D&B background, so you can tell the multis are.
Yeah.
That's where that comes from. I think just going back on your point, Stro, I don't think necessarily Ben's videos were harsh. It's a conversation people are not having at the minute in the forum. It's just you've just got to. I think what a lot of people I'm trying to figure out where I'm going with this. What a lot of people got upset by, Ben, is it's the first 2 videos that have come out on your channel. There's been no positive videos about UK battle rap around that. Do you know what I mean? So you're not counteracting the same balance.
Right.
But,
in fairness, right, the 2 videos I made, I picked the guy who everyone's saying is the best newcomer and the most recent battle on the channel, which happened to be the Academy final, where it's the supposed to be the 2 best newcomers, and both were shit. It's not like I hand-picked them. It's not like I hand-picked even what was in the battles. Like that Georgie battle, it was 1 minute rounds, 3 rounds, and the video was like 15 minutes long. I showed every punchline. I didn't hide the good bars. I showed every bar that he said. So, and they were all Pish. There wasn't a single good one.
I don't know what you. I mean, for me, I think Georgie Roots is quite good. I genuinely think he is quite good, especially when he, like I say, because I edit the battle and I'm there when they happen. I don't tend to watch battle rap back, so maybe I'm judging by being there in the moment. And when you're there in the moment, a lot of the times, like you say, with Jester not rhyming, you're not always listening to what everyone's saying, especially when you're running the event because you're running it around everywhere. So it's only when you watch things back you go.
Okay, so you're saying that this guy should be booked again and again because when you're at the event, you're not really listening to what the people are saying.
But it comes down to performance. Everyone's selling the crowd on their performance. Bro, 95% of the URL are shit. They just got incredible.
But they're not. That's just like some bullshit that UK Battle Rap fans say. Half the URL aren't shit. Most of the URL are good because they're in the URL. If they were shit, then they would be in the lower tier promotions in America, like most of the guys who battle in Premier should be.
Mate, lyrically, some of the URL, some of them are great. Some of them are terrible. That wouldn't, if they were in the UK, wouldn't stand half a chance. But the URL is an entertainment-based league. That's what they're there to do, perform. As I said, that's why I sort of mentioned Pedro before. When I say Pedro, I'm not disrespecting him because he's one of my favourites to watch, Pedro. But you would never sit down and break down his battle and go, that was incredible.
Okay, right. Here's the difference between Pedro and Jester Black. See, when you watch a Pedro battle, you laugh and enjoy it because he's mental and you're getting... But when you watch a Jester Black battle, I'm just sitting stone-faced because he's not entertaining. He's not such a good performer as Pedro or an entertaining battler as Pedro where you're going to enjoy it. He's just boring as fuck and bad at writing and performing. Could you quote me 2 Jester Black bars that are good?
With Pedro, how long did it take for him to get to that though? That's the point I was trying to get out before.
Let's not talk about Pedro as if he was considered the best in the country. He had 2 or 3 battles that everyone liked, but for the most part, the guy's done about 100 battles and most of them are shit.
There's got to be a balance. Obviously, take away from Pedro, there's got to be a balance between being good on the day to a live crowd and being good on the footage. For example, Frankie Fraser is great on footage. Not a lot of the time he hits in the pit and he'll say that himself because his performance... I mean, recently he's obviously stepped up massively in the last year or so, Frankie, when he's battled. But when he first came through, everyone knew he could write. But when you went to go and watch him in a room, he was quiet. He couldn't hold the crowd. He was quiet.
First. But by the time he got to the JB battle and stuff, he had his projection down. Since Bender, that kind of whatever year he battled Bender in, he's had his performance down. He chokes a lot, but when he's not choking, he's really good. Yeah, he's a good performer and he's a good writer when he's not choking.
So this what my point is, like we've got to give these guys some time to either decide if they're going to be a great writer on camera or just an entertainment based in the event where they might never headline a show. But I know if I bring them, they're going to get the crowd are going to be into it. At least that's what I'm aiming for because people.
Yeah, but you can still scrutinize what they're doing just now, and I'm not just talking about guys who've battled for 6 months. I'm also like the decline of UK battle rap isn't just for guys that have been in the last 6 months. It's been declining for years.
Yeah, of course.
It is the fault of guys like Deviant and all these Irish bastards that's just making it shit because they're fucking terrible. Like, Deviant's done, 8 battles on Premier Battles? Can you give me 2 good bars that you said? Nah, because there isn't any. The guy said, in this battle, you've got coulrophobia. That means I'll haunt your dreams dressed as Pennywise until you wake up screaming, I hate clowns. See, after he said that on Chalked Out, never booked again, because he's shit. But you have gave him about 8 battles.
Yeah, but that event, the league died after that event anyway. So
that was the second event. They said that. They said that to Kiwi at Chocolate Volume 2.
Yeah, but nah, Deviant's a different story because Deviant has been battling for fucking hell, 4 years? Whereas like Jester Black and Georgie Roots have come through in 2020 when it is a year of no events with crowds because of COVID. Events are like being done in fucking back streets and alleyways because that's the only way we can legally do them. And it's not even legal half the time. So this is what I'm trying to say about the newcomers coming through now, especially at a time, like you say, the league, I'm not going to say it hasn't because it has. The battle rap scene has took a dive for the last couple of years because a lot of our top tiers stepped away at the same time. And at the same time, the people who are top tiers won't battle each other. Like, we had Soul and Respect BA booked for Apex. Respect BA backed out, won't do the battle. Like,
please, right, while I'm talking to you, please don't do that in England. Just wait till it can happen in Scotland somehow. Don't take our only good battle.
Nah, Ben, that's the thing. The initial plan was for it to be in Scotland, but then things changed because he backed out. Like, we've been in the scene long enough to know what that battle means to Scotland. So the first thought was to do it in Scotland.
What city are we going to do it in?
But then the battle fell through.
I think.
Yeah, do it in Edinburgh. Don't do it in Glasgow. Glasgow crowd shit. They'll just interrupt the battle.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. So, like, if, for example, that battle might still happen. I'm not saying it's never going to, but it's the way we are as a scene right now. The league, the top tier guys have sort of faded out now. You know, your double L's are not battling, Dialect's not battling, Gemini's barely battling, Shocks, if you can find Shocks, Quill does one a year. Like, we have to sort of balance. If we're going to get
cleans out the wallet to do it, I know, don't
I? Mate, no comment. If we're going to bring these new guys through, obviously not every new guy that comes through is going to be the next Shotty or a Lunacy. We're not going to get that yet. But this is a league owner perspective. We have to put an engine behind some of the ones that are getting attention to see where they end up. They might, for example, Jester Black might have his next battle and get murdered 3-0, and then any bubble he had is gone. That's just the way this works. But
okay, so say that happens. Say Jester Black gets annihilated in his next battle. What do? Do you book him again?
No, well, Ben, here's the thing. So with us, we've got a specific way of. So, for example, the academy is great for newcomers, and we can find new talent because obviously we want to try and push the scene. But I run Undisclosed, so Undisclosed is predominantly battlers who are still learning the ropes, still trying to find the feet, and then they get the battle experience. So even if you've only been battling 6, 7, 8 months, I'll book them on Undisclosed to try and help them build a catalogue, find the feet, get used to battling, because predominantly Undisclosed is small room events, and given the way that COVID's going on at the moment, so although I know what you're trying to get at is, I probably would book him again because I think there is potential there, and on the Undisclosed card, it's perfect. So
how many times do you need to get fucking slaughtered before you decide that you're not good enough for Premier Battles?
There's been a few people cut already this year. I'll tell you that. I'm not going
to. Can you name them? Name them.
No, it's not fair.
All right. So how is Deviant still there? The guy's lost 6 judge battles to 1 win in Premier Battles. He's shite. He stinks up the room every time he performs, and you still book him. I don't get it. He's not the only example. He's just the one that's come to mind. But there's so many people that are not good enough to be in the best promotion in the country, and you just book them over and over again. See, it's not just because are we just focusing on newcomers here, or are we talking about the larger problem?
No,
I get that you can't perform, you can't like pick who you can book. If you want to book fucking C Major versus Ogmios or some shit, they're not active. You can't book them. If it can't happen, it can't happen. But you can choose who you don't book. So just don't book shit people, and then there's no shit people battling in Premier Battles. Problem solved.
But Ben, this is.
I mean,
yeah, but this is my point. So you look at Don't Flop in its heyday. Obviously, you had the top tier battlers. Whenever I continuously kept getting booked, there wasn't many people turning around saying he shouldn't be getting booked, because it was masked over the fact that you've got loads of top tiers. Whereas you look at UK battle rap now, the top tiers aren't about, so there's more light that's being shone. So it's like, I get what you're saying, but I continuously get booked. There's other battlers on Don't Flop who should never.
Yeah, but I don't agree with that. I don't think you should have been getting booked on Don't Flop. I don't think you were good enough to be getting booked. I know, but that's what you're asking me. My opinion. In my opinion, you shouldn't book shit people in the top promotion. You were getting booked in the top promotion. I don't think you were good enough. That's my opinion. I don't think shit people should be getting booked in the top promotion.
It was happening then. So it's like, I get what you're saying, but it was happening a lot more then.
And you're better than fucking Jester Black is. You're better than Georgie Roots is. You're better than Deviant is. And I still don't think you'd be good enough to be impressed. Like, I don't think you could make an Apex card. Do you? Do you think? No. Would you ever put Deviant on the main stage?
The thing was, I knew I wasn't good enough. That's why I stepped away, because I misjudged battling, because I was a grime artist. I didn't fully appreciate the writing process of battling, and I never really understood it until I started to surround myself with Soul and people like that, and then I started to fully grasp it. But just like I said, it's
okay. Right, what about Yanniff then? Yanniff is not going to grasp battle rap. The cunt's been battling about 3 years and he still can't multi. He's never grasping it, and you still book him. But yous are bad friends and all. You're this guy's mate. You own a battle rap league and you've not taught the guy how to multi yet. Just teach him how to do it, man. Help the scene and teach the guy how to do it.
Wait, we're jumping from battler to battler here. This is not what I wanted to do. Let me just say, just going back on the point of Deviant on Apex. So bear in mind, Apex was originally a weekender. The second day was an undisclosed event. So it's all the newcomers and up-and-comers and people who wouldn't have been on the main card get a shot on this. He was on that against iKid, who's coming back after 18 months out. And he said he didn't want to jump into the deep end, so he wanted someone who's been consistently battling for a year. And he
consistently been getting bodied for 4. So he's a punching bag. That's what.
You
just said it. He's been out for 18 months, and we needed someone shit for him to body on his comeback.
You're taking words out of my mouth. He wanted someone who's been consistently battling. Deviant had just come off the back of a win as well, so it made sense for Apex.
Against who? Who did Deviant beat?
Carney, was it? Yeah,
I watched that today, and Deviant did not win that battle. Carney beat him soundly.
So obviously, I'm not trying to, like I said, I don't want to go from battle. I don't want to get a list and go, what do you think of him, what do you think of him, because that's just corny and we're not doing that. But Deviant aside, like I said, Deviant, I wouldn't class as a newcomer. He's been a battle rapper. Like, there's a load of them. Like, for example, Crash has been a battle rapper for 5 years.
No, he hasn't.
Crash has been battling for nearly as long as I have.
Crash tried out on Don't Flop. On Chalked Out, sorry.
When was that? No, he was battling in Wales
March
before that.
2018.
Yeah, he was battling in Wales before that.
Oh, was he? I thought I tried out on Chalked Out. I thought, yeah, he was battling on Prime Cut, actually. You're right. My bad. I'm thinking of Stray, the guy he battled. When
I say Crash, like, Crash is really developing into his style now, and it's took him a couple of years to get that. And I'm not saying he was shit before then, because I didn't. I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch his old battles. And
I thought he was all right. Crash was all right.
He's
in 2018,
still
anyway.
So that's what I'm trying to say with Crash. I'd clash Deviant in that category, same as Bizzo, like people who have been around for years and they're now finding their style. Whether people like them or they don't, that's just where they're going. Whereas I think it's got to be a separate category for your Celesters, your Jester Blacks, your Georges, who have had...
Yeah, up-and-comers versus guys who are just shit. That's what you're talking about. Deviant and Crash are guys who are just shit, whereas... Not Crash, Crash is alright, but Deviant, he's just a guy that's shit, whereas... Like Georgie, I don't know how long Georgie's been battling, what, a year? Jester about a year, whatever. Like they're still, you can still call them newcomers. They're still guys, you can see where they're going to end up. You can see if they're going to become good. But Deviant's not going to become good. Yanniff's not going to become good. These are just guys who are shit. These are just bad battle rappers. They're never, it's not as if in 2 years' time they're going to suddenly be good. They're not going to improve from where they are now. They're just shit. Some people are just not good at things, and they're some of them.
But to be fair to Yanniff, I don't like saying nice things about Yanniff, but to be fair to him, he's had 5 battles and he has got better in each battle. Whether he's at a level where he is worth anything at the moment, that's for the fans to decide. But he has improved every battle.
It's not for the fans to decide. It's for you to decide. You book him. It's for you to decide who's good enough. It's not for the fans. Fuck the fans.
I provide a service, mate. If I provide a service, I'm a drug dealer. If someone says I want that, it gets provided to him. You know, the minute people
No one is calling for Yanniff battles. No one's calling for Yanniff battles.
They still get watched, though.
Yeah, they get watched by people who are subscribed to the channel. I could upload a video of me shitting and it'd get 10 views. It doesn't, like, no one's calling for Yanniff. What do you mean you're supplying what people want? No one's saying that they want to see Yanniff in a battle. No one's saying that they want to see... No one's checking for the next Deviant battle. It's not happening. No one's got Deviant on their dream comps. No one's picking matchups for Deviant. Deviant is a fucking... card filler. So is Yannick. If you've got a spare spot in an undisclosed event, that's where they come in. You know they're not good. Like, I know you can't say it, but you know they're shit.
Well,
I know you know, because you two know battle rap. You know that they're both Pish.
That's what thing is, though. That's what undisclosed is. Like, for example, people who aren't at a level to get on a main stage yet, that's what they are for. That's what Revival was for in Don't Flop or Training Days. Rather than set up separate channels, we have undisclosed. By the way, I don't want to turn this into a Premier Battles thing. That's not what it is. There's 10 other leagues still doing this in a minute. But in regards to like new, so you're saying you've only recently started getting back into UK battle rap, or you've watched a couple of the battles. Is there anyone that has gone? I think I asked you this already, but like in a bit more depth, like where you've gone. You know what? He shows something, or is it just everyone is shit?
The Graphic Grammar's the only name that's coming to mind. If I look through the recent battles, I could probably give you another name or two. But John, let me do it. I'll go into fucking the Premier Battles channel and see if I can see any names. But so out of the, I can only think of Graphic Grammar right now, where he's got some like punchlines and shit that were pretty decent. But his setups are too drawn out. He tries to multi too much. Like, so yeah, Slester, he's all right. Like the recent pay-per-view was pretty good. Like there was good. Obviously the battles involving people were good. Sam Hypes, he's not bad. He can rap. He's writing, like his creativity is not very good. He's not very unique in what he says, but he can definitely rap and he's got good structure. So I guess him. Who else?
Have you watched Major Concerns?
Yeah, obviously I've seen him battle live. He's fucking been battling for 3 years. Of course, I know who Major is. Major's good. He uses the same, like he needs to stop using that exact same fucking rhyme pattern. The fucking think da. Like I can't. Yeah, he uses the exact same structure in every single punchline, and he needs to change that. But other than that, I don't know. He's a bit formulaic, but besides that, he's creative and not bad.
So for you, Ben, like you say, you've been a battle rap fan for years. You obviously understand what it is to be a battle rap or the game of it. Plus, you obviously understand it from a fan's perspective, what's good writing and what's not. What would you say to newcomers from your perspective to do when they come into this game? Like, obviously, over the last couple of years, we had a lot of fans that jumped in, and obviously a lot of them got murdered, and that's what put them off being battle rappers again or following the scene. What makes a good newcomer from your perspective? Because obviously, you're not expecting the full package, are you?
Well, the main thing, like, just, I don't know, I said this in one of the videos, just don't say shit you've heard before. That's rule fucking one. If you've heard wordplay before, if you've heard a bar before, then don't say it. I can't wrap my head around why someone would say something they've heard before. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, you know it's been said, so why say it? So just watch enough battles so that until you've got an idea of what gets said all the time, and don't say that shit. Because then at least even if you're bad, you're not going to be boring.
That makes sense. Just trying to think, like, I'm trying to throw some names at you that I can think of newcomers that you might not see. Have you seen Visual?
Any good? Nah, Visual's Irish, so he's automatically in the fucking gutter. He's all right. I don't know. He's not even. I don't know. I think Johnny Darko's the best Irish guy.
Right. Did you see Milky?
Yeah, some Milky's been battling for about fucking 4 or 5 years as well. He's not a newcomer, man.
I was just gonna say, same with like even Sam Hypes to an extent. I put him with the Crash and Deviant. Like they're not newcomers; they have been battling. They're just starting to find their feet now. But yeah, I mean, it's hard because obviously, like you say, I do have to watch what I can't publicly be out there going, I don't rate him, I don't rate him, I don't rate him.
I know, but is there people you don't rate though in Premier Battles? Is there people you don't rate?
People that don't rate across battle rap, mate. There was people that didn't rate in Don't Flop that were top tier.
Do you book guys that you don't rate? Is that something you're doing? Are you booking people that you think aren't good?
But there's a difference between me rating them and other people rating them. There's like, I'm not going to get into names, but these battle rappers that, like I say, top tier guys that I've just never understood. Ogmios, I said that started this. I never understood what Ogmios was. Maybe we're just completely different people. But
can you acknowledge what is good about them, even if it's not for you?
Course. That's why I book people that I don't rate, because I know other people will rate them. Does that make sense? Like, yeah,
so that's not right. What you're saying, like, I'm not a big fan of Ogmios either. I don't like his style, but I can acknowledge what's good about what he does.
Yeah,
I can acknowledge where he's good, and you can as well. But with people, like the people I'm talking about in the videos, like Jester or Georgie or whatever, I just don't. I don't see that same thing. I can't see what people like about them the way I can with Ogmios. Even though I don't. It's not just not liking their style. I just can't see what's good about them. Like, I don't get what is good about Jester Black. It doesn't do anything well. I don't get what someone could see in Yannick or Deviant or any of the people we've talked about today. There isn't good shit about them. They don't do things well.
I'll say this. I've been at 90% of most of the UK cards, from Don't Flop to every league, right? I've seen tryouts. Now, obviously, tryouts got a lot bigger and more predominant after Luna and people like that got involved. I specifically remember when Jester made his first battle, it was at the vape shop for Premier Battles. That was one of my favourite tryout battles I'd seen. The performance, I loved it. It was ridiculous for considering it was only a couple of months in. What he did that day made me a big fan of his, and that's why I said on that day is, regardless what happens in the Academy series, I'm going to give you a push on Undisclosed because I can see something there. Like I said, the Academy final, everyone knows that wasn't his best performance. He's openly said that. But that specific day, he made me a fan of his by the way he performed and some of the stuff that he did. So
the first time I saw Jester Black, I don't know what battle it was. It might have even been the one you're talking about. I remember turning off the battle because I thought he wasn't rhyming. And then I watched again in that Academy final and he still wasn't rhyming, so he hasn't improved that. Like, Jester Black's a fucking write-off in my opinion. You can't be a battle rapper and not rhyme. That is minimum requirement. I don't care. He could be the greatest performer in the world with the most amazing wordplay, but the guy doesn't rhyme. He doesn't rhyme. There's no justification there's no defense for not rhyming. And you acknowledge that he's not rhyming and you still book him. You book a guy in your rap battle league that doesn't rhyme in his rap battles.
Yeah, but
that is insanity.
No. Everyone has a fucking bad day at the office. I don't care who you are.
No, that's not a bad day because he spent 6 weeks writing that. He spent 3 to 6 weeks writing that and he didn't write any rhymes.
I know people that have prepped for months and turned up and choked 3 rounds. It doesn't matter.
I'm not talking about choking. I'm talking about in his actual written material on the paper where he wrote his bars. He didn't rhyme.
Yeah, but
he didn't write any rhymes.
Everyone has one bad performance. No matter who you are, everyone has one.
That's another level, though, mate. There's a bad performance, and then there's not. Right?
You can't write someone off one bad performance when they've done 5 battles that year. And like I say, he came in that year. He's battled Terminal, then he's done 3 Academy battles, battled Hulking Island, and then done that within the space of 7 months. So obviously he's going to have one bad performance out of all them. I said this to him when he took the Hulk battle. I said, you're taking too much on at the same time to have a consistent, solid performance throughout the year. But obviously, as a newcomer and you get offered someone like Hulk, you're going to take it because it's a booster for you. But
I know, I feel like you're just completely, like, he sat down to write his battle, wrote a verse that didn't rhyme, read it back, knowing that it doesn't have rhymes in it, and went and performed it. It doesn't, like, that's... I don't like that's not a bad performance. A bad performance is showing up and choking or having maybe a few bars that aren't that good or whatever. It's not rhyming. That's you can't not rhyme in a rap battle.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. You can't just not book someone again because they've give you 4 solid performances.
I'm not saying don't book Jester Black again. Book him again. He's new enough that he could still improve. But guys like Deviant shouldn't be booked again. He's just shit.
Originally, a minute ago, you said you'll still book Jester Black after he's just give you a performance that don't rhyme. What I'm trying to say is, forget Deviant and them, man, because they've been about for years. If they get cut from the league or don't make it, that's on them. They've had enough time to prove this. Whereas people like Jester Black, Georgie Roots, YD Tech, all these newcomers that are coming through, Slester, they're allowed 1 or 2 fuck-ups, really, before anyone goes, I'm done with them. Look, for example, you go, right, he's not rhymed. Then you look at someone like, let's say, for example, Gemini when he battled Shocks and he used the whole biting bars angles. You're not just going to blackball Shocks because someone said he's a biter. Like, you still have to take...
Okay, that's it. I mean, Shocks didn't bite the bars. See, if you actually look at... I know, but see, that's just a shit... I don't rate Gemini for his fucking made-up angle bullshit that he does. But that he makes up angles, man. What is that? How can you be racist against 3 white guys? That's what it is, 3 white guys, and he called you racist because you said this to 3 white guys. What the fuck? But regardless, I forgot the point. What was I going to say?
Well, what I was
I
saying,
can't even remember when it was going.
what I was trying to say is you can't write someone off based on one battle because, for example, if that would have come out as true from Shocks, if it was true, I'm not saying I don't think it was because I've still booked Shocks in the future, but you can't just write someone off based on one thing that happens in battle rap. It's a series of events.
I disagree, man. I feel like you can definitely write someone off for one battle, for one performance. See if Shocks actually did bite 71 bars, don't book him again. Would you book a guy who was a known biter? Because I fucking wouldn't.
Yeah, but you're taking. It's hard to. I'm trying to put it out. What's the best way to say it? He's taking Gemini's word for that's what's happened. Like,
well, not really, because he gave you all the bars he's talking about, so you can just go look for yourself.
Yeah, but
I looked for myself and it was made up. But if you look for yourself and found it was real, then don't book him again because he's now a biter.
But yeah, but battle rap's the same. How many times have you heard a similar bar that's not bitten, but people have the same right for?
Well, that wasn't even similar bars. Like one of the bars he said was fucking that he bet from the Tombstone bar that he said to Soul said that he bet for Toxie's tryout. It was just an Undertaker bar. It was on the same subject, but it wasn't even the same words that they used. It wasn't similar at all. It wasn't betting it. Like, it didn't bite any bars. I mean, there was a few similar ones, but it definitely didn't bite.
So this is what I'm saying. Shocks is an established. I don't what I mean is about Shocks anyway, but I was trying to get my point across in a certain way. But what I'm trying to say is these newcomers are allowed, from my perspective as a league owner, 1 or 2 fuck ups, and it depends how bad the fuck up. If I know someone's not prepped at all and he's had 2 battles and he turns up and I've got, I wrote my third on the way here, you're probably likely not to get booked again because you've not took this seriously. Whereas Jester travelled 15 hours to get to that battle, so I know how serious he took that. And he arrived an hour before he went on and then finished the battle and got back on the coach back to Ireland that same day. So I know there was no one more disappointed in the room than Jester was that day, I'll tell you that.
So he took it so serious that he didn't write it. Like, Briggsy, mate, you've got a battle coming up. Can you imagine walking into that battle without having anything that rhymes? Would you ever do that? Could you even wrap your head around doing that?
No,
that makes no. You can't walk into a rap battle and not rhyme. He knows he didn't have rhymes. He must know, and if he didn't, he's a fucking moron. He must know that didn't rhyme. That's not a bad performance. That's not effort. That's just garbage. Nah, Jester's a write-off. Don't book that guy again. You can't not rhyme in a rap battle. That is the worst.
You just said 2 minutes ago, book Jester again. He's still new enough to do it.
I've changed my mind, man. He's Pish. Don't book him.
Nah, I think a lot of these guys, you know what it is as well? Because so many top-tier guys have stopped battling, there's a much bigger spotlight on the newcomers because leagues are relying on newcomers in a minute to get.
And that's what I was saying earlier. If you look at the old Don't Flop days when I was battling and other battlers who shouldn't have been on Don't Flop realistically were battling, it was masked over because you had the bigger talent that was still battling. You had the people that were considered legends, the Legos, the Ten Shoes. Obviously, O'Shea was still about them, but then you had like a much bigger top tier list. So
if that's your opinion, and you're booking battles for the league, surely you should make the adjustment. Now that it is more obvious that you've got less talented people on the cards, don't book them so that it's not less obvious. Shouldn't you make the adjustment if you think that's the change?
No, but you have to look at a battler and think, has he got someone I can work with? Not everyone's going to agree with that decision, but we don't book people thinking he's going to go nowhere. Unless, like I say, they are opening up a card or someone's asked for a set person, for example. But like a Jester Black, a Georgie Root, I do generally see where they can go with the right work attitude to it. It might not happen. They might, by the end of this year, we might have this conversation again and go, fucking hell, that was a waste of time putting that in.
But what you're saying right now isn't true because you still book guys like Deviant and Yanif, and you know they're going nowhere. You know that they don't have potential, and you're still booking them. Deviant is the best example of this. DARPA is Pish as well. He's a good example. DARPA is never getting any better, and you still book him. He's been bad since his tryout. He's still bad now, and you still get. I don't even know when DARPA's last battle was. I don't even know if he's still about.
It was undisclosed, and that's the point that I'm making.
I'm just going in on Deviant here. It wasn't intentional. I just don't rate the guy at all, and he's just a good scapegoat for it.
But see, that's your opinion. It's not. This conversation wasn't about who do you rate and who don't you rate. It was about the new.
It was about how it affects UK battle rap, and how it affects UK battle rap is don't book shit people. That's the answer. If you don't book shit people, there's no shit battles. It's really simple.
But some people are not shit though. Like I disagree with Georgie Roots, for example. I don't think he's shit.
And admittedly, I've since watched all of Georgie Roots' battles since making that video. I think I've saw them all. And he does get a little better. But he still got 3-0'd by a choking Frost. He's not good.
Yeah, but bro,
he's better than he was in that tryout, but he's still
how long has Frost been doing this, bro? Like, there's some people who can choke and still get a win out of it because they've been doing it for so long. You know, if you say a certain word when you choke, the crowd will laugh in the back on your side. Like, that comes with experience. So you can't drop someone who's been battling for 12 months and go, he got 3-0 by Frost. Frost is a solid battle rapper.
Why is he in the ring with him then if you don't think he's good enough? I get that there's no mid-tier, so it's kind of hard to go from progression to bottom tier to top tier now because there's about 5 mid-tier guys. So you can't really build that progression into a battler anymore. But if you don't think a guy's good enough to be battling someone, then don't set the battle up. I know that's not on Premier Battles and you didn't set it up, but yeah. If he was in the battle with him, then he should have been able to win it.
See, what we try to do...
If he shouldn't have been able to win it, then he shouldn't have been in it.
From our point of view, when we've got a newcomer coming through, for example, Georgie Roots or Slester or whoever, I'm not going to put him in a battle I don't think they can win because he needs to get you. I'll put him in a battle that'll be difficult for him, but I'm not going to give Georgie Roots Tony D tomorrow because he's got a bit of hype behind him. Whoever you look at Johnny Darko, like you said yourself, you rate Johnny Darko.
I didn't say I rate Johnny Darko. I said he was the best in Ireland.
See, I think Johnny Darko's fire. I think he's the best in Ireland. I think he's the best Irish battle rapper of the bunch. When he came over to Premier Battles, I didn't throw him in the deep end straight away. It was like going. I mean, he battled Jay Short, but that was part of the match day setup. We had him booked against Mackenzie, who was also debuting on Premier Battles. Mackenzie's a solid battle rapper, and that was where that was going to go. Whereas there was a lot of people on the Irish forums and Matt, who runs Rapid 4, was trying to turn around and go, no, we need someone like Raptor. And I was like, I wouldn't give Johnny Darko Raptor in Manchester, in England, because it's...
See that whole the Premier Battles versus Ireland card was like what the problem you're talking about right now. Like, you just gave a bunch of fucking Irish newcomers all the English top deals. Like, that was silly. I know, but you shouldn't have done the card if you couldn't make matchups that were logical. You just threw a bunch of Irish guys who weren't ready for battles like that in the deep end to get bodied by a bunch of good English people.
No, that's a different subject, because England versus Ireland was us taking a team of Englishmen to Ireland. So we're battling their considered top 5 with guys who wanted to come over. We put the word out to all the UK guys, and then 5 said they wanted to go. So it could have been anyone. Rivers at the time was someone who was trying to push. O'Shea wanted to go back to Ireland. Plus O'Shea versus Sio made sense because they both wanted it. Dialect was making his debut in Prem. Raptor was obviously like 2 battles in. These are guys that are doing a free trip.
Said he wanted to go.
Matter, yeah.
He was pissed mad about something terrible as well. He's given him so many people he was well above.
Matter?
Mm-hmm.
Like who?
You opened them up versus Soul, and then you threw him a bunch of shit. Who did they battle? I can't even remember. Giz was one of them. I can't even remember the rest of them.
We don't just say, this is who you're battling. We'll, every time, speak to any battle rapper I put, I'll inbox them straight away and go, give me a list of names you want to battle.
And more to the point.
And Mara said Giz. Really?
No, but that was part of the whole match day stuff with the team.
Yeah,
so that was managing fucking battles. So it was like, it came down to management as well. So there was a majority of people involved in booking them battles. So it wasn't just a case of, we'll throw in such and such a person. Everything was planned because it was that team versus that team.
The way the match day...
Well, therein lies the problem with the whole match day setup. That and the longevity issue.
Yeah, it did have a longevity issue because the pool isn't there to book what we wanted to book in the end.
It would have been a good idea in 2012 or something, but there's just not enough battlers to make it work now.
There's no reason why we're not going to bring it back in the future. That's why we brought in the academy to sort of facilitate the next wave of newcomers. Obviously, No Lose Chat have got their tournament bringing newcomers through, so say 2 years, there might be a little lineup of 30 decent, solid UK battle rappers. But I think we're going a bit off topic. I don't want to go on for too long about this, but what do you think as a fan, Ben, that has been into UK battle rap? You've been a battle rapper, you've worked on stuff, and you fell out of love with it and gone elsewhere. What, from your perspective, will bring people back in like yourself?
It's not really anything that you can do other than not booking shit people, but that's not gonna. That's more likely to keep people around than it is to bring people in. Like, it's hard. I worked for a league and I did try and get rappers who weren't battle fans or whatever, who didn't know battle rap to battle, and it's hard. A lot of them don't want to do it. I mean, I failed to get a single person who wasn't already a battle rap fan to do a battle. So yeah, I get that it's not easy to like reach out and try and get people who could be good to battle. So you're kind of just stuck with whoever wants to do it. I don't have a fucking solution to make it good again. I just have a solution to how to make it not get any worse than it already is, and that's don't book shit people.
I mean,
and improve the people we've got. Like there is people with potential. Like see if Jester Black learned how to rhyme, then maybe he could become decent one day if he really tries and really puts the effort in. Just writes down bars every time he thinks of one and learns how to rhyme. Maybe like practices performance in front of the mirror, learns how to rhyme. Just if he learns how to rhyme, he might be learn how to rhyme if you're going to do a fucking rap battle. Fucking hell, man.
Fuck's sake. But yeah, I think, like say, right the first year off for most battle rappers anyway, because that is when they find the feet. Obviously, every now and again, you'll get someone who jumps in and smashes it from the go. Like you always do.
When was the last one?
Probably Major, to be honest, in my opinion.
Was that three years ago?
2018, yeah. You
heard it for Briggsy, lads. There's not been a good newcomer in 3 years.
Yeah, to take your word. That's right. A year later, I know you've not checked him out. Visual, he's fire, in my opinion.
I saw Visual. I saw him versus Milky. I saw one of his academy battles, and I saw Visual. He's meh.
See, I like Visual. I mean, to be fair, major concerns, Visual, Slester, obviously all made the final, but they all debuted in UK battle rap in the academy. They'd never been anywhere else, and they've all got a future in this. Like, it's not to say
did you just say Milky debut? You just said Milky debut in Premier.
Sorry, Visual. Major concerns, Visual, Slester, sorry.
Right. Do you know where Slester's from, by the way? Is he from Edinburgh?
I think so, yeah. I'm not too sure.
I think so. He's definitely not from West Coast, but I don't know where he's from other than that.
I'm sure it's Edinburgh.
Like Sirius, we not even mentioned Sirius. Like Sirius has got a bag full of potential.
See, I saw his first battle and I couldn't tell if he was taking the piss or if he was being serious. If he was taking the piss, then he's good. If he was being serious, then he's shit.
Yeah, obviously I don't want to ruin what he is, but he's very aware of what he's doing.
Okay, if he's aware, then he's funny. I rated him. I thought he was funny.
Yeah, see, he's another one. He debuted last year? Yeah, last year, wasn't it?
In the academy.
Yeah, he was in the academy.
No Loose Chat, I've got I don't know if you've seen any of the No Loose Chat battles, but they've got YD who's come through. He's quite good. Tech is good.
Yeah,
is that the same Tech that was in King of the Ronalds?
No, that's Technico, is it, or something?
Technico.
Tech debuted, if I remember rightly, debuted on Don't Flop. I think he had 1 or 2 on there, and then he
battled Georgie Roots, didn't he?
Yeah, battle Georgie Roots.
Yeah, I know who that is. I know who he is.
Is in the final in the No Loose Chat tournament at the minute. So there is a good few newcomers. I think from reading the comments here, I'll put a few up in a minute, but what a lot of people are saying is, we'll just get your opinion on it, Ben. John Ballanton, for example, he makes some, I think this is the general consensus on the forum anyway, makes some very valid points, but the conversation isn't going anywhere productive anymore. Like, do you think you'll start making productive videos, or is that just on the battle rappers, in your opinion?
Well, I didn't plan on making any videos about battle rap. I uploaded one earlier today about my battle so that everyone can learn how good I am.
Is it something you're going to carry on watching, though, or is it just like a one-off?
Look, battle rap, yeah, I've been watching battle rap since I was fucking 14. I'm not going to stop now.
Sorry, I mean, watching is probably the wrong word, like covering on your YouTube channel. Yeah,
it was a laugh. I'll probably keep watching them. I mean, the format doesn't really work if you watch good people in it, because what am I going to say? Oh yeah, that was good. Pause. Oh, that was good. Pause. Nah, it doesn't. You need to watch people who people think are good but are actually shit, or the format doesn't work.
Right. So you're yeah. I mean, there's a lot of obviously loads of UK battle rap media. Shouts to London Gen, The Wiretap, Brill, Battle on the Roof, all the guys.
Who is London Gen? Where the fuck did she come from? I got linked to one of her videos talking about me today.
Jen's yeah, she's solid. She puts a lot of work in for UK battle rap, to be honest.
Overseas as well.
She's got a caffeine show as well with Henny, so they bring a lot of sort of American attention into things that are going on in the UK that not a lot of people are doing. So I think from their, obviously I can't speak for people, but from their side, they're doing a lot of positive reviews. Like, for example, Brill the other day done top 10 people
10.
to watch out for in the UK battle rap. So
You know
can
who's number one?
who's number one?
Yeah, who was number one?
Maverick, I think.
Yeah.
Maverick's been going for 4 years. He battled an international. He's not a fucking. He's an established guy now.
He's only had like 4 battles on him, Mav.
He's had 5, I think, but still.
Yeah, I mean, the video was more people to watch out for rather than newcomers.
Yeah. Just like people you should keep your eye on.
There was a lot of newcomers in there, but you can see from the content a lot of the bloggers are putting out at the minute, which is all positive stuff. So like, look at this event, look at this person. For then your video to drop on the forum unannounced, with not even you posting it, White went into meltdown, and the same old conversation comes into like, you know, battle rap in the UK.
Because people know that I'm right. Whereas if you say an event's good and it's shit, no one's going to comment going, "Oh yeah, it was so good," because they know it's shit. Whereas if I say people are shit and they know they're shit, they're going to go, "Yeah, it's shit," because everyone likes to hate.
What's Nick Colby? I don't even know what you're trying to say there, Nick, mate.
Is it because I said about Soul being racist?
Oh, right. Right, yeah, from before. Right, let's just have a quick look at, we've been going for an hour and 12 now. Let me just have a look at some of the comments, see if there's any, if anyone's got any questions, just bang them in now, we'll throw them up. But yeah.
Is there any good battle rappers who disagree with me? If you're a good battle rapper watching this and you disagree with me, comment. Watch Yanif comment saying he disagrees.
Well, to be fair, Yanif's asking to battle you.
He said
I would smoke Yanif. It wouldn't be close. Imagine losing to a guy who can't rhyme. Has anyone ever lost to Yanif?
He said he'll pay you.
How much?
I don't know. I just seen the comment. He said, "Tell him I'll pay him to battle me."
I don't know, mate. 40 quid an hour is my freelance rate. Meet me on that, and then I'll battle you.
Nah, big up Yan. No, I don't want to flag Yan too much, man. Like, the thing is with Yan, like I say, he has only done 5 battles, and he has got better. Like, I know people always have a bad word to say about him, but he has generally got better at each battle. And I'm not just saying, people always go, "Oh, Yan's your best mate. You've known him for years." Like, I've known Yan for a couple of years tops.
Can you multi yet?
What you say?
Can you multi yet?
Yeah, of course he can multi.
No, he can. I watched his most recent battle and he had no multis.
Stop being nasty, Ben. Right, one sec. Let me have a quick through some of these. Bootleg Ben, you know, big up the wiretap. Smoking seems like he hates anyone who isn't his preference.
I just hate most people in general, mate. Don't worry
just
about
gonna
it.
say it's kind of just a general thing, that anyway, innit? That is an absolute. It's hard to sort of keep up where the conversation was when he's coming in.
Yeah, Dan Locker, Big Carbon. He had a good bar once.
Carbon, is he the guy who said I'm strapped in?
I don't know. It said to Rabda, you thought Rabda had bars and you got it backwards. That's always stuck with me. That's a fucking good bar.
Is there anyone, just while I'm looking through these comments, is there anyone that would bring you back to do a battle, or was that never sort of your thing anyway?
What? Nah, it was never really my thing. I mean, I battled my older brother the other day, and he got the fucking smoke. So, yeah. I actually did. We done a random word generator. Randomly generate 10 words, and you've got 30 minutes to write a 16-bar verse, and he got bodied. But he did say that he was the only name on the card like McLovin, so had to hold it out.
That's a pretty fine one. Mulk sort of has it the nail on the head in some ways. People moving like it's a crime to have a different of opinion. Yeah. See, my opinion isn't necessarily the same as yours, Ben, but people have to respect the fact you do have an opinion. Like you're not going to do a video saying Jester Black is amazing if you don't generally think that.
I mean, honestly, Briggs, mate, I think you agree with me, and I just think you can't say that you agree with me. I think you know that the people I'm saying are shit, but you just can't say it. Like I don't think someone who's been involved in battle rap as long as you can watch someone who's not rhyming and think they're good or have potential. I think you know shit and you just can't say it.
I generally never noticed the not rhyming thing until I watched your video. Like, that's just being generally honest. But as I say, I sort of wrote off the final for Jester because of what he did the other rounds. Like Stro said in his debut when he battled PTH, I think. Yeah. He was like the 3rd battle on the day. And the 2 battles before it had been kind of stale. Then Jester comes in, he was loud, he was performing, he was moving around. it just changed you had to be there, but it changed the dynamic
of the whole day.
Whereas everyone was like, this kid's one to watch. And that's just, I've had that in my head continuously. And that's why I say I write the final off for Jester, because
you're also talking about the first battle that you saw of him, right?
Yeah.
See, that's like, I don't know, the first time you see a battler is like different to every other time you see them. Like, I was in the room when Crash battled Stray, and it was the first time I had seen any of they two. It was Stray's debut, and it was the first time I had seen Crash. And I thought that they were going to be the two next big things, because they were really good performers, and their writing was okay, which is all you need to be as a newcomer. But from that first battle, none of the two of them have improved. Jester, I don't know if I've seen his first battle, but I've saw a few of his battles now, and he's not any better than any of the other ones.
See, that's where I disagree, though, because I think his other 3 battles have been solid in the academy.
He didn't rhyme in his most recent one. It didn't rhyme in his most recent battle.
As a promoter, I've written that one off.
But if you write off everyone's shit battles, then everyone's amazing. If you just write off everyone's shit battles, then they're not amazing.
These people I've booked that are top tier, that have choked 3 rounds after getting a fee, it's very unlikely you'll see him again on Premier Battles. Newcomers deserve the time to develop.
That was a final of a tournament, though, mate. That should have been his best performance.
Yeah, but you have to take everything into account. Obviously, you can't blame travel and stuff like that, because everyone has to do that. But for someone to battle, and this is on Jester as well, this isn't on anyone else. He battled something like 7 times in the space of 6 months, and I told him directly not to do that. So that's on him. The final is on him for doing that, because you, as a battle rapper, not even as a battle rapper.
You get that I'm not talking about the choke when I say that he's bad there.
Yeah, no.
People choke. I'm talking about the fact that he spent weeks writing and didn't rhyme a word in his writing. Yeah, that's unjustifiable.
But this is what I'm trying to say by writing that one off, in a sense of, yes, it should have been better. It was the final. This was your pinnacle moment to make your standpoint to go into 2021 as potentially the champion of the academy. But all the other champions have had a push off the back of winning. He didn't do that. But at the same time, you have to weigh everything up as a whole situation. He fucked up by taking too many battles in the space of 6 months. I've told him that directly. He knows that. As a writer myself, even making music, when you're continuously writing, you're going to drain yourself out. And that just happened to be that day for Jester, in my opinion. Jester's big thing now is battling.
See that? Like, I mean, I write as well, right? I get what you're saying there. But there's a difference between like not having your writing up to as good as it usually is and not rhyming a word. Like, you can't walk in, like, that's just being shit. That's not having a bad day. Because I've saw his other battles and I've thought the same thing, that he doesn't rhyme. Like, he goes large portions of these battles without rhyming. You just said you didn't notice it till I pointed it out. Go watch one of his other battles, like, looking for that, and you'll see it. He doesn't rhyme in a lot of these segments. Like, he'll go 4 or 8 bars without rhyming 2 or 3 times a fucking round. And then he'll rhyme 2 words, single syllable, and then he'll go back into not rhyming. Like, I watched these battles today to make sure I wasn't talking shit when I said this.
See, I can't.
And he definitely does that. He definitely doesn't rhyme in most of these performances.
I can't comment on that, because I will have to go back and watch that. But you know what? Fuck it. I'll still book Jester for another battle.
You're going to book a guy who doesn't rhyme. That's the problem. Yeah. You've got the power here to not book a guy who doesn't rhyme, and you're going to do it anyway. You're going to book a guy who doesn't rhyme for your rap battle league. What the fuck?
But at the same time, about 15 minutes ago, you just said to me and Briggs that Jester should get booked again because he's still.
But I also said that he shouldn't get booked again. So
let's say, for example, I don't want to keep using Jester as an example, but if Jester steps into his next battle, gets cleaned out, he's no good, then obviously you, as any battle rapper will do, you will find it hard to continue moving up the ladder. You'll either get stuck being a warm-up act or unbooked. Like, there's millions of battle rappers that have been on, not millions obviously, there's loads of battle rappers that have been on Premier Battles that you haven't seen for 2 years or 3 years because they just never developed from that one point where we gave you a big shot, you fucked it up. We give you another one to bounce back, you fucked that up, see you later, you're gone.
How many chances is Deviant going to get then?
I'm not talking about individuals on this conversation.
He's your mate. You like the guy personally, so you can't not give him any battles. Same with Ganef. If you had never met, if you never talked to Ganef outside of battle events, he would never get another battle.
Mate, you said Deviant to me, mate. I only know Deviant through battle rap. I don't speak to Deviant outside of being the rapper on my left. Like that's the
So
only
what?
time.
So what you're telling me is there's no justification that he gets battles, because that would at least be a reason.
Nah,
What did you see in Demon? I don't get it. Coulrophobia, mate. He said he would haunt your dreams dressed as Pennywise until you wake up screaming, "I hate clowns." The room was silent and he went on. I'd have walked out in shame if I had said that.
Right, anyway.
He lost a battle with a guy who didn't say any bars. The guy choked all his material and Deviant still managed to lose. It was a miracle. Never before seen levels of complete fucking garbage.
Who did Deviant lose to?
Kiwi.
Who's Kiwi?
You've never even heard of him. You don't know who he is because he done one battle.
Yeah, I can't comment on that. Not seen it. No comment.
Please don't watch it. For your own sanity, don't watch it, man. It's not even online. I bolted it when I was at Chalked Out. I threatened to leave the company if they fucking uploaded it. That's how bad it was.
Fucking hell. So, right, we'll jump to a couple of comments because I keep saying we'll do it, but Bootleg's videos and a breath of fresh air. Exactly what UK battle rap needs in a minute. He's 100% correct. Most of the newcomers are shite and they need to be called out for it if anything's going to improve.
That's the man who knows what he's talking about.
I'm just going to read everything. Good, positive, negative, both sides of it. I'm just going to read it all. Not every comment because he's fucking loads. Jay Short said the same to Jesto. He took on too much. I had the same conversation. Joke, I'm guessing that's Joke Star Flute Beat. Let's hear a 16 from Ben.
You can go and watch my battle. It's online, mate. Go and watch it. Go and watch my video breaking down my battle. Get me the views, bro.
Smoke Kings definitely respect his opinion. Don't respect the disrespect.
Who am I disrespecting?
Nah, I think from what I've seen on being on the forum, the majority of the comments were there was a lot of people that agreed with 90% of what you were saying with regards to UK is not in the position that it's in, and obviously we know that. And with regards to certain newcomers getting a shine, which a lot of people might not feel that they do, but I think then on the flip side, a lot of people didn't quite like the language. But obviously, this is just you. Do you know what I mean? This is just you being your personality and stuff like that. But I think a lot of people would have preferred it if you were a bit more...
I made a video talking about battle rap and people didn't like the language.
No. But what?
For swearing, really? See, if your biggest criticism, in my opinion, is that there was too many sweary words. Then I'm all good.
No, because at the same time is you can critique someone and help them learn from mistakes instead of like, I think a lot of people felt it was a bit derogatory, do you know what I mean? Or it was stuff like that. That's a lot of the things that I seen from comments.
I did say what they were doing wrong. It's not like I just said that's bad, then cut to the next clip. I said that's bad, then said why it was bad.
Like I said, I'm just going off what I seen, do you know what I mean? Like I said, did come up some really good critiques for certain battlers and where they can improve. I just think some of the people had issues with the way it was put forward, in a sense.
What can you tell me what I actually said? That, like, what did I actually? Is it the amount of fucks that I say? Is it the word pish? Like, I don't know what you're talking about here.
I think what you're trying to get across is the fact that it was very, very focused on. But obviously, I'm just trying to see it from both sides.
Same.
You were making a video of why UK battle rap doesn't entertain you anymore. The reason for that was X and X, like these two battlers. And I think a lot of people thought the disrespect was the fact you focused specifically on one or two battlers.
Well, that wasn't... Like, see, again, as I said, when I sat down to make that first video, the intention wasn't to make a video called Why I'm Not a Fan of UK Battle Rap. It was just to talk about the Anarchy tournament. I didn't sit down with the intention of watching Celeste v Jester to point out how bad it was. I hadn't seen it. I just sat down to watch it, and then it happened to be bad. Celeste was okay. It had some good bars. I liked his Lemmy show bar. But it's not like... If it was good, I would have reacted like it was good, as I did when they said good shit.
Yeah, no, makes it. Like I say, especially from having this conversation with you, I don't think a lot of people realise that was where the video came from. I think everyone just thought, you going, fuck UK battle rap, this is why it's shit, you know what I mean? Like,
this is also not the first time I've made videos like this. Like, I've made videos like this years ago. I've done it about the whatever event, like the... What was it? All-Star 2. I done it. Was it All-Star 2? Shotty v John, whatever event that was.
Yeah, 2,
yeah. I done a video about that as well, the exact same tone.
I didn't see that one. Must have missed that.
It was at it was about 2 months before. But yeah, and again, the exact same thing. Good battle rappers laughed at it, and shit battle rappers got in their feelings.
So
Apart from Milky. Milky's the only shit battle rapper that laughed at it. Everyone else got in their feelings.
So you think Milky's shit as well?
I thought he was shit, but I thought he was alright versus visual.
See, Milky's another one I thought was very consistent throughout the tournament. He got better and better. It's a shame he don't battle rap anymore because he would have been someone to push forward.
Yeah, see, he had potential and he was going somewhere. He was improving, whereas most people weren't. So yeah, I think he would have got better if he had kept battling.
Jay Short said, "You put Georgie in with me and Raptor. He was never winning one of them." Oh, okay. Right, yeah. Jay Short was booked to battle Georgia and didn't put him in a game.
Is Jay Short putting himself on the same level as Raptor? Is that what that means?
I guess he's saying because obviously Jay Short and Georgie Roots was booked for second day of Anarchy.
And then obviously Raptor was meant to battle Georgie on Anarchy.
On Anarchy, yeah, but that's drawn at random. That's not matched up.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. That's not nice for Georgie, man. Imagine did they need to pay money to enter that tournament?
No. We'll talk about the Anarchy tournament in a minute as we'll just get your thing before we wrap it up. But we'll just have a quick flick through these. Choking is like writer's block. Real MCs don't get it.
Nah, that's bullshit. Yeah,
absolutely bollocks. I know so many fucking sick real MCs that have choked.
All the best battlers are choked. Fucking Lux choked. Luxley's most famous moment was choking. Can you name one good battle rapper who hasn't choked?
For real. The thing is, what people don't understand who have never been in the pit. This is why I said at the start of this, like, it's important that you have actually, even though it was one battle, you've had a taste of it. Like, one noise, no matter how prepped you are, one thing can throw you.
Yeah, it can throw you off. I forget fucking words every day. Like, I forgot the word for table this morning. I forgot what a table was called. Anyone can choke.
Fuck it. You just go on a night out with Raptor and Raws and forget you Mr. Remus there. As well.
See, and you still styled your way out of that. Well done, Briggsy. You don't get the plot.
He's obviously very invested in the scene. This is Bizzo, by the way. Shout out to Bizzo. Knowledge is really extensive.
Performance was lazy was sick. Big up Bizzo.
Yeah, Bizzo's fire. He's really finding his feet in a minute. But he needs to add constructive crit. Right, so I'm guessing that's going back to the
point I was trying to make
sort of the angle. There is no, it is he's shit, but they're offering no constructive criticism.
But I do offer constructive criticism. Like in those videos, I do say what they can do better.
Yeah, I suppose.
Jester Black needs to learn how to rhyme. Slester needs to have more unique, original wordplay. Georgie Roots needs to improve in every aspect. But I did say specifics of what he can do to improve it in the video. It's not like I just said you're shit and then skip to the next clip. I said you're shit because this is what you did wrong. I didn't say specifically the roadmap to fucking improve it. I don't know, but it's not like I just said that shit and didn't explain why I thought it was shit. I said why I thought it was shit. That is constructive criticism.
Got a point. Slester Series was newcomer last year. Yeah, big up Series.
What are you talking about, Slester, mate? You were newcomer of the year. You've got a fucking title to prove it. Why would you say that?
Slester beat Series as well.
Yeah.
I know. What is he talking about?
I miss battle rappers that are actually rappers. Kruger, Shotty, C-Mage, you're not really into battle rappers. Nah, I disagree with that, Mark. Someone like Shuffle T, you can't say.
I was just about to say Shuffle and Marlo.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. It's like people in the newcomers here can still rap. Like, there's still newcomers that can rap. Like, who are some of the guys I just said? Sam Hypes and Graphic Grammar. I've never heard them on a beat, but I'm assuming just from how they rap that they can ride the beat and they're pretty good on beat. They're pretty good rappers, I'm assuming. I don't think that really comes into it.
You could always tell someone who comes from a writing background anyway.
Yeah. You can tell someone who's a forum there, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Ken's talking some pretty seasoned stuff, in my opinion. I'd back it. Mulk, terrific. Yeah, Mulk's another one. If you've not checked Mulk out, go and check
I've not saw him, but he's battling Georgia next because he DM'd me on Instagram. Yeah. I'll check it on his well.
Mulk's really good. He comes from a poetry background, similar to, like, obviously Scoop's doing poetry. Did
you just say Scoop's doing poetry?
Yeah, Scoop's a poet now.
Like,
is it?
Well, it's like spoken word, but
top. Like he's smashing it over there.
Yeah, he's killing it.
I'll have a look at it.
I think that's why he's not battled for a while. I think he's getting bigger checks doing that than he would doing stepping in the pit, which is
There's not fucking much money to be made in fucking UK battle rap.
not in a minute. Let's have a look.
Unless you're Quill, that guy's caking.
Jay Short, set me a Maverick up when the flights are open.
What do you mean when the flights are open? These are both in England.
Nah,
Who's
Jay,
flying as well?
Jay lives in Malta.
Yeah, Jay.
All right, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bootleg Ben, shouts to the wiretap and Yanef on undisclosed. Would you ever step back into battling, just out of interest?
Not to battle fucking Yanef, I wouldn't.
Is there anyone you'd look and think, you know what, I'd be interested in that?
Yeah, but they're see again, like as I said, I feel like it would be bullying for me to battle newcomers now because I'm so sick. If I battled any of the people we've talked about today, they would get washed. Like LS Dean, he'd get a bag. D-Vane, he'd get zipped up. Like all of them, they would all get killed. It just wouldn't be fair. I'd feel like a bully, so I couldn't do it, man.
See, I like LSD. I actually think LSD would probably smoke you, Ben, to be honest.
Nah, I disagree. I think LSD's total garbage. No, I don't think he's total garbage. I think he's. What does he do gun bars for, man? Every time I hear him do a gun bar or a bar about slitting his own wrists, I'm just thinking, mate, shut up. Do you know what I'm picturing? Like, that's getting too personal. Sorry, LSD, that's more than a critique on your battle rapping. But see, when I'm genuinely, this is going to sound weird. When I'm watching an LSD battle, I'm thinking, what does his bird think of this? Does she watch this and think he's good? That's a weird. That's just what I think when I watch an LSD battle.
That's strange because
I know it's weird.
I can't think of anything worse than my girlfriend sitting down to watch one of my battles. It'd just be strange. Patrick Courier shouts to Crow. He's just at it. Basically, Crow's a newcomer as well. I'm pretty sure you know Patrick or him anyway.
I know who Patrick is. He's a good singer, right?
Yeah, he's a great singer. Yeah. He said, "What would you like to see from a new battler?"
Good bars. The minimum standard is rhyming. If you can rhyme, give it a go. If you can't rhyme, then stay in Ireland.
Fair enough. Just going on to Anarchy. So Koj obviously is in Anarchy.
He's got the best battle in the opening round. Koj versus Lazy is definitely the best battle in that opening round.
So when you sat down to make your first video, like you say, you was going to look at the Anarchy tournament. What's your thoughts on the tournament as a whole, sort of thing?
See, the reason that didn't turn into a video about the Anarchy tournament is because, I don't know, I mean, I get that the matchups were drawn out of a hat, but I just didn't think a lot of the matchups were that interesting. There's some good guys in it, like Akers in it, Mackenzie's in it. Scotland, per capita, has the best battle rappers on earth. Can you name a bad Scottish battle rapper?
Mackenzie.
Nah, you're just saying that because you're battling him this weekend. You'll lose to him and then you'll have a different opinion.
Bootleg.
I'm sick though, and you know it.
No, I've not watched. I've only watched like half a round before. Scotland's always been. I mean, Sol's the best in it from Scotland, in my personal opinion. But yeah,
I'd assume almost everyone watching this stream can name probably 5 Scottish battle rappers, and they're all good, apart from Slester, who's just alright.
But he's new in it. He's 4 battles in.
Yeah, he's still improving. So, yeah.
So obviously you've looked at that. What matchups? Because obviously you said Akers in there, but
I just saw LSD saying he only does the suicide bars as a battle. But I watched an LSD battle today versus you, and he said something about having blood on his hands because he slit his own wrist, and that wasn't a rebuttal. So you're talking, that's not true, mate. You know that's not true.
Yeah, you've been told that, Dean. Do you think the Anarchy tournament is sort of a good direction to bring in newcomers then, or do you think it's just a case of still digging out the forum for them?
I don't think the Anarchy tournament's going to bring in newcomers, is it? Is there newcomers in it? And there's a few, I guess. But yeah, I think it's a good idea anyway. I always like tournaments that adds a stake to it, especially when it's for a prize like that. So everyone should come as good as they can come. So yeah, I'm expecting it to produce better battles than it would have if it wasn't in a tournament. Like if Aker and Joker start battled, they're going to have more. They've got more at stake now, so it should be a better battle now. That's not a bad battle. Joker Star's just kind of like he's a good example of a mid-tier guy. Joker Star.
Do you think so? I think Joker could have a Marv 1 sort of run in this tournament. I always think Joker's been very, very consistent, but
I think he's getting knocked out first round. Aker's definitely beating him.
Do you think so? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the final? Do you reckon?
I'd need to see the brackets. I don't know who's on either side, but who's the best people in it? Maverick, he'll probably win.
So you got Maverick.
Yeah. Nah, see, I don't know. I think Acre's a way better writer than Maverick, but Maverick's got performance. But I'm assuming it's going to be in a silent room. So
yeah, it's all live.
favors Acre. Yeah.
The crowd will essentially be on Twitch. There'll be no one there. But yeah, tell you what, this fucking a ridiculous amount of comments I'm trying to get through, but it's fucking moving mental. If there's anything anyone wants to ask Ben that I've not asked, throw it in the chat now because it'll come up at the bottom and I can just ask it. And we'll wrap this up soon. It's been an hour. Nice one for coming on as well, mate.
Just laughing at Maverick's comment. All my opponents' girlfriends watch my battles.
Stro hit me up last night and he was like, because obviously I was quite vocal on the forum. I said, obviously I've pushing the newcomers. I've been for the last year and a half. Stro was like, do you fancy having a chat with Ben? And I thought he was taking a piss at first. I was like, what? But I am glad we've done it because I think it's added. Obviously, I knew it was your opinion anyway. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, whether you think everyone's shit or not. You know what I mean? And I'm not just saying.
I don't think everyone's shit. Like, I don't think Georgie Roots is pure shit. I think it could get better. That one battle was complete shit, but he's improved since. And again, as you said, he's only done 5 battles, 6 battles. He could keep improving. I wouldn't write him off. I would still book him.
Well, the thing is, he's got Slester first round on this Saturday. Is it this Saturday, Slester George? Yeah. This is the perfect battle for both of them to sort of move above the other sort of thing.
It's a shit position for Slester, though, isn't it? Because he's just won that tournament. And do you get what's the prize for winning the academy?
Well, because of COVID, we can't do it, but it's usually you get 250 quid cash, which he's had, and then you usually get either a mid to top tier UK guy for your first battle, or if we can get internationals over, you'll get like a new international.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. But if he loses to Georgia in the 4th round, then that kind of like you can't really justify giving him an international after that. That'd be weird. Like if he lost to Georgia, you can hardly battle an American after that, can you?
Well, the thing is, it doesn't. Like I say, you can always write one off if he gives a sick performance and Georgia gives a great performance, and one of them does get knocked out. All they've got to do is bounce back on the next battle. Then
Georgie's gone through, like regardless of that, unless Georgie chokes 3 rounds or even chokes 1 round or whatever, he's winning that. But he's going through the next round regardless of the performances.
What makes you say that? Because obviously you said Slester's all right and you don't rate Georgie, so
that's not on the performance. Like Slester could win the battle and still get knocked out.
Right. Okay. You just think it comes down to sort of in the room judges?
Yeah. I mean, Quill and who was it? Quill and Gemini are the judges so far. They're not picking Slester over Georgie.
Yeah. I think the main thing is as well, Ben, for me, like whether you rate the newcomers or not, you are shining a light on these guys, and it is healthy to have a balance of opinion. Like if everybody is saying these are the best newcomers in the world, there always has to be someone going, no, they're not, which is at the moment you. And it is healthy conversation. Now, people are, for me as a battle rapper, I love nothing more. Like, for example, when I battled Bamalam, everybody said I didn't deserve it. I was going to get killed. And it should spur you on. So your blog has got that much attention now in the forums. If I was Georgie Roots, if I was Jester Black, I wouldn't be trying to prove you wrong. I'd be trying to prove in my next battle that I am as good as I think I am.
See if my opinion can inspire Jester Black more than a tournament final and 250 quid can. There's something wrong with his head, man.
Yeah, it should spur you on. Like nothing as competition's everything in this, isn't it? And if someone's saying you're shit, the first thing you want to do is prove him wrong. The Wiretap have said, I just want to know what his channel's going to be about, really. Is it just speaking on things he doesn't like, or are you going to give your flowers to people that you do think are good?
That channel was never intended to be about battle rap. Like I'm halfway through making a video about learning how to do the Rubik's Cube in under a minute. Like I was just going to make, because I'm an editor, like a freelance videographer and editor. So I just wanted to like make documentary style shit to practice my editing. That's what I was going to start making, and that's what I'm making. I just made battle rap videos because I wanted to set up my presets on Premiere Pro and After Effects.
And now you become
because I've got a new computer. I'll still make battle rap videos because they're fun and it's been a laugh seeing the reaction to it. But I mean, yeah, I'm not trying to be a fucking battle rap blogger. I'm just having a laugh. Like
that's fair enough. Obviously, I'm a video editor anyway, so I kind of see where you're going to try and take the channel. Was you shocked by the the sort of reaction to it, especially when you said like you wasn't considering fucking throwing it out anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I only uploaded it because I mentioned to Ewan that I made it, and he said he wanted to see it, so I just put it online. And it's, I don't know. I wasn't expecting any reaction to it. I didn't know there was anyone from Battle Rap that was subscribed to my YouTube channel. So
it's mad how that's just come out of nowhere. I mean, like you say, it's not mad because it's not like a viral video. You know what I mean? It's within a weird.
Yeah, it's only got like a fucking 1,000 views. People are talking as if it just fucking. As if it's got like 1 million views. 1,000 people have seen it. The second video's got like 500 views. It's got more views than most Academy battles, but it's still not much.
I think that's what upset quite a few of people as well, because like you say, there is, but at the same time, it's not your fault. Like there is media guys out there, especially like Trouble with a wiretap, who are grafting and doing videos every day on content, and they're not getting 1,000 views on a video. But
there's not 1,000 views to be had for Battle Rap media.
I was going to say,
Battle Rap Resume doesn't get 1,000 views, and he's been about for fucking ages.
It's not necessarily your fault that this is what people have engaged with, because you are sort of, in some ways, someone said it before, whether it's my opinion or not, is like a breath of fresh air. Like people want to counteract what everyone else is saying, and you've done that with your blog. So what's your, before we wrap this up, like what's your next step? Are you just going to start doing the sort of documentary style stuff, or will you continue to do this?
Well, I uploaded another one just before. Well, I literally put it live about 7:30 just before we come on here, and then I was going to record another one tomorrow. I don't know. I've not got a whole lot to do right now, so
lockdown.
Yeah, I probably will make a few more. Just depends. I don't know. Who should I watch? I'll watch a Yannick battle.
Will we ever watch a bootleg Ben battle where at the end of it we go, "Oh, that was nice"?
No, of course not. Because if I watched people that I knew were good, then I've not got a video. Like, what am I going to do? Just sit blank faced and go every now and then? It's not a video. No, it's not entertaining. That's why all these shit fucking people who just talk about the good things, like London Jen, she just sits and stares at the camera uncut for 9 minutes, no lighting, so much headspace in the shot. On about just shitting on people.
No,
man. Then wonders why she gets 38 views a video.
London Jen puts her work in, man. She does a lot.
She doesn't know. She records it on the front facing camera of her iPhone in her dressing gown.
Nah, bro. Nah, she does a lot of things on caffeine and stuff as well. Like she does a weekly UK roundup show on there, so people who don't watch UK battle rap and the streams get quite a lot of views that she does on caffeine. So she is putting in work.
Is there enough going on in UK battle rap to do a fucking weekly roundup? What does that consist of?
Yeah, because it's popping and it's successful. Like
how many views is successful though? Because I was on her channel when someone linked me that video, and I swear all her videos have got like 40 views.
Yeah, but views are not counted as currency anymore, are they? If that was the case, fucking hell, battle rap would have been dead years ago.
Yeah, but you can't describe something as popping if it's got 40 views, can you?
I'm saying specifically the show that she's got on caffeine is madly successful.
Well, I heard of her 15 minutes before I came on the show, so I can't really. Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, nah, big.
Look, she called me a name and it hurt my feelings. Okay.
Fucking hell, nah, show Jenna flowers, man. Jen's cool. But yo, fucking hell, it's been an hour and 45 minutes. I only thought this would take about half an hour. Appreciate you coming on, though, Ben, bro. Like,
yeah, appreciate it.
Mate.
It's nice to get. Yeah, it's been fun. It's good to get sort of your perspective on it as well, because, like I say, the video dropped without you posting it, so no one knew what your context of this situation was. So I say situation like it was a video on YouTube. You know what I mean?
So when's Deviant's next battle then?
No comment.
Never getting booked again.
No,
He has no battles coming up.
No, we've got no events locked in with anyone apart from Annika because of COVID, obviously. So yeah, we'll just but don't bash on Deviant, man. Deviant's a cool guy.
Right. Why were those people who like battle rap watch? See, if you're a battle rapper, an up and coming battle rapper or whatever, and you get booked versus Deviant, then the Premier Battle staff know you're Pish and you're going nowhere. Deviant he's like the graveyard in Premier Battles. If you get a battle with Deviant or DARPA, then everyone knows you're going to.
Don't agree, man. Like, for example, Sean O'Mac was someone who was pushing. Sean
O'Mac's been battling since before I was born, and he's not improved, man.
Nah, Sean O'Mac's a solid battle rapper, bro. He's just always been overlooked.
Sean O'Mac's a solid battle rapper. Who's the step up you're giving him next then? Who was Sean O'Mac's last battle?
Deviant.
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't. Matter and Don't Flop.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What?
Matter.
I feel that was like about 2 years ago or something.
That was last year that he beat Matter on Don't Flop.
That must have been longer ago than 2020.
No,
I don't think it's out. Don't Flop put like one battle out every 6 years, don't they? So
I know that's why I bootlegged all the battles.
But yeah, we'll wrap it up here. But I appreciate you coming on, mate. I would say I'm looking forward to your next video, but I'll see what that is before I say anything. You know what I would like you to do though, honest or not, when all the Anarchy battles are out, do us a recap.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
And then I'll just slag it and put a thumbs down and everything. But you know,
they're mostly just like the average battle is just meh, isn't it? So
we'll see. But yeah,
you're in it. You light the tournament up, Briggsy, with all your Mackenzie name flips.
We'll see. I've got no Mackenzie name flips. The fucking hardest name.
There's no Mackenzie name flips. That's why.
No. So
unless you call him Mac, there's nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't call him Mac if I met him, so it's just weird that macaroni and cheese bars and all that.
His name is Andrew, though. You could do something with Andrew.
Yeah,
not more.
There's not a whole lot. Not got a big selection. You changed your name as well. You gave people 2 names to flip.
I know, mate. It's because Briggz is just that. Briggz is my name. Like it's what people call me playing Sunday League football. So it's just a bit. I didn't decide to be a rapper one day. It was just like what people call me.
Yeah. Well, my fucking rap name was Bootleg. So I know how you feel.
Because you were nicking everyone's footage.
Yeah, Shocks called me that, and it just went with. He wanted me to be Shootleg. That's the name he wanted me to use. I was like, nah, not calling myself Shootleg, mate. Not happening.
Shootleg. Fuck's sake. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on, Ben. I'll let you get off, mate, because it is. But yeah, anything you want to plug before you go?
I don't know. Go watch the YouTube video. I'm sure you can find it. Anyone who's watching this is in the forum. And then I don't know, BTLG Ben on Instagram. Just started that last week. Go follow me there. I'll never post.
All right, mate. Legend. Nice one, bro.
Nice catch after, mate.
Nice one.
Yo, shout out to everyone that's been locked in as well. An hour and 48 minutes, man. Didn't think it was going to be that. Like I say, if you have been here, if you're on the Facebook, like it. If you're on the YouTube, subscribe. The Twitch, subscribe. What's your take? I'll ask you before you go.
See, I was trying to get at the point was, whilst there were certain parts which I completely agreed with and I understood what point he was trying to make, the delivery of it was where I had the issue. If you're just calling someone shit for 5 minutes, it's not going to help anyone. It's not going to help the scene. Do you know what I mean? And if anything, it's derogatory and it's just putting them down. Whereas if, for example, if you were to just say, look, I don't like him because of this, but I think he can get better if he does this, and this, I don't think there would have been that much of an issue. And that's the point I was trying to make to him. And it was, but you can just tell that's his personality. Like he's overly confident at times. He can be. He's overbearing. Like you've seen it on the stream. Yeah, that's just him. So he's being true to himself in a sense. But I can understand why it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
I'll be honest, yeah, I found it hard not to like him. And you know what I was thinking before I came on this. I thought I was going to grill him. But he does say a lot of shit, in my perspective. That is right. But at the same time, you do have to be constructive with what you're saying. So he has every right on his own channel to have his own opinion. People cannot be mad at him doing that. Cole J's just said it. He's being blunt, but he's explaining himself. That is what I wanted to get from Ben. If he would have come in here and gone, he's shit. Why is he shit? I just don't like him. He's shit. He's explaining why he's not a fan of him. He's giving. No,
but that's what I mean. On the stream, he actually came across and explained. So I think it was perceived better in this scenario than when the video first came out, and that was the point I was trying to make to him. The reason why it had the reaction it did was because it wasn't. I don't think he was. Do you know what I mean?
I think the thing is, bro, obviously we'll wrap this up in a minute. Shout out to everyone that is still locked in as well. We've got 76 logged on at the minute. I think we had close to 200 before. Ben's come out of nowhere after being at the forums for 2 years, made a video, and it's had a reaction in the forum. It's not Ben's job to tell us how to fix UK battle rap.
No,
Ben
no.
could vanish now. This is what I was trying to say in the forum the other day. Like, bear in mind, you know what I'm like, especially with battlers on the roster. I have like this mother hen thing. Like, I always try and protect everyone's stock.
Yeah, same.
Especially if I'm invested in that person. Like, if I like you as a person and I think you've got good things going for yourself, if I can, I'll try and push you in that direction. And that goes with everyone in battle rap. So it's not for someone, not just going to say Ben, it's not for someone like Ben to step in and go, this is shit, this is how you fix it. His opinion isn't the be-all and end-all of this situation. And a lot of people do think the same as Ben. Like, there is battle rappers. As I said, I'm open about this. I'm not going to mention names because it's not fair to do. But there is battle rappers I don't personally rate. But that doesn't mean I'm going to jump on a stream and go, fuck him, I don't like him, the shit. I'll have that opinion. We've booked battlers in the past where I've said to you, I can't really ask watching that battle, you know what I mean? But at the same time, if fans want to see it, or not even fans, look, the reality is, bro, the UK battle rap scene right now is growing. It's getting back to where it was. No loose chat coming through. You've got London Gen, you've got the Wiretap, you've got Brill, you've got Battle on the Roof, you've got Twins, you've got everyone's doing their part to push this back to where it needs to be. And it's going to take time. And not everyone's going to accept what this is. This isn't 2013 Don't Flop golden era. This isn't what it's going to be. We're redeveloping into where we are. And it's just about getting behind certain things. Like, we're not saying everyone has to get behind Jester Black. We're not saying everyone has to get behind Georgie Roots. But at the same time, you know, if you can avoid shitting on it all the time, avoid it. Like, as my mum said, if you got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing. You know what I mean, Strauska? But there is a place for it, and I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, neither am I.
It is what it is. Like, it's anything, you know. If you're not a fan of Ben's content, don't watch Ben's content. Same way I always say this to people with Premier Battles. Oh, don't like the match day stuff that you did. Sweet, don't watch it. There's 3 other leagues. Go and watch them. It is what it is. Like, it's where we are. But yeah, good first episode, Stro. Good idea, mate. Just everyone who is still logged on, by the way, this Saturday, 8 o'clock, twitch.tv/King of the Dot. We are live with the Anarchy tournament. It's for free, stream it for free. Bobby Rex versus Maverick, me versus Mackenzie, Celesta versus Georgie Roots, and Pedro versus Sam Hypes in the first round. Following week, 27th, we have got another 4 battles, which are Acre, Joker Star, Lazy Cole J, Bizzo, LS Dean, Rivers versus Matto. How I remembered all that off the top of my head is a madness. But yeah, let's get behind this now. This is Anarchy. This is our chance to put UK battle rap back on the map on a King of the Dot format in front of an American and Canadian audience. This is the time for all the battle rappers to step up, me included. Everyone who steps on the stream is representing what this country is about in regards to battle rap. And the only way we're going to get back on top is by the battles being good, the media coverage being in the right direction, and everyone doing the right thing. You gets me. Big up Joker Star, man. Joker Star's going to have his... I mean, he just said big up. He's just said, come on, Mackenzie. So I'm not even going to say what I was going to say then. So fuck him. Fuck Joker Star. You little prick. Man like Philly B, from what I've seen so far, it looks like battle rappers need to just keep moving regardless. Yeah, bro, it's like you can tell the people who've been musicians before as well. Like, the amount of times you get told your music shit or it's not right, whatever, you just brush it off after the bit. You know what I mean? I've been told I'm shit from the entire battle career, and I'm unbeaten in the last 4 years or something now. So it gets me. Talk me shit, Jay. Talk me shit.
Hey, I'm unbeaten in the past 4 years. I've not battled.
Oh yeah, that's gonna change. Teddy Carter said, "Stro, next one, get Trouble on here. Love to get Trouble on one of these."
Yeah.
So
any recommendations of people you want to get on, just let us know.
Just before we wrap up, Stro, do you want to tell the people what this is about, this series?
It's just, unfortunately, you guys having to see my mug on a more regular basis instead of just behind the scenes and withering and spending £48 on water.
Yeah. Right. Yo, shout out to everyone that's locked in all night. I hope it's been entertaining at some stages. You've got what you wanted out. It's fucking 2 hours long, man. But yeah, love to everyone. Click, comment, like, subscribe. See you all on twitch.tv/king_of_the_dot. One second. What's Kinnell said? Kinnell always says good stuff. I was on enough cards like charts out King of the Dot with Top Flawless, putting out 2 blogs a week, slagging everything right now. The thing with Tox and Flawless, though, mate, at the same time, they were very honest about their opinion. Same time, whether it was negative, the next blog would be positive about UK Battle Rap. It wasn't always slagging everything, so they put out. And to be honest, the King of the Dot, I won't go into this, it's another blog this potentially, but King of the Dot charts out situation didn't make sense to everyone, and it was addressed the way Ben's addressed his opinions. But yeah, I think that was the issue with. Bear in mind, Ben's only done 2 videos. Everyone's giving him a bit of an hard time, man. Even I was going to give him an hard time, but it is what it is. You get me? If he balances it up with a couple positive videos and stuff he does like, cool. If not, and that's what his YouTube channel is, talking about the shit side of it, then that's what his YouTube channel is. That's where we go from there. If you like that content, you go and watch that content. If you don't, as they say in the world of YouTube, unsubscribe. You get me, Jay? You get me? Yo, Saturday. I love you too, Joker Star. I will kill you in the quarterfinals, though. Make sure you win, Joker. Make sure you win. Yep. Shout out to everyone that's locked in. I'm going because my voice is hoarse and I've got a battle in 2 days. Peace. Love yous all.